king of the hill.
Hey, what's going on guys, it's Feared Shadow here, bringing you another commentary over top of some more Halo Reach gameplay footage. This one is a MOG King of the Hill on the map. I can't remember the map though, which is epic fail right at the start. Yeah, I fell. I don't know what map it is. But anyway, it's an MOG King of the Hill game. I really don't like MOG King of the Hill. I don't really like King of the Hill in general, but this was a really good game. And so I figured I'd put it up. And the reason I chose a competitive playlist game today was because I really want to talk about Halo 4 and whether you guys think it has the competitive capability. And I'll talk about the reasons why I think it does. So I'll just cover, because basically we have to make a comparison to Halo Reach, because a lot of people said that Halo Reach was never going to be a competitive game, and they were right on some degree. The stock version of Halo Reach was terrible competitive. You know, Bloom completely ruined it, and armor abilities completely ruined it. You know, Halo Reach in its stock form was a terrible competitive game. It just didn't work. Thankfully, you know, MLG and maybe a few other people talked some sense into, I don't know whether it was, I think it was 343 because Bungie had gone by then, 343, and got changes implemented to make it a more competitive game. And if you watch the last big MLG event, it worked. The last big MLG event that had all the new settings in, like the maps, no bloom, no armor abilities at all, that was one of the best MLG events, you know, Halo's had. So it proved that even though Halo Reach at the start didn't have any sort of competitive capability and sucked, that with a few changes made, it became the classic Halo that everyone loved. And the competitive show that it put on in the last MOG event was absolutely fantastic. Some of the games and some of the plays were awesome to watch, and it was great to see that back. Now I think this is going to be a lot like Halo 4. Sorry, a lot like Halo 4? A lot like Halo Reach in Halo 4. Because Halo 4 currently doesn't look competitive. But that's from what we've seen. We've only seen very little. All the maps we've seen so far, which I think is the best part of, 3, none of them really look competitive. But again, we can only tell from 3 maps. I think there's a further 7 or so to come, so we'll have to wait on that. Weapon-wise, I think Halo Reach is completely fine. Sorry, Halo 4, too many bloody Halos. Halo 4 is fine, because the BR's back, and that was one of the main competitive weapons. You've also got other weapons in there like the DMR and the sniper that we've finally seen now that looks like a freaking anti-tank gun, although I do hope they beef up the sound because it sounds really weak. But I do know that 343, when they let the MLG pros play the game, say that they're still finalising the sound, so hopefully someone tells them, yeah, your sniper rifle needs to sound a lot more powerful because it sounds weak. But yeah, on a weapons point of view, Halo 4 looks like it has the perfect weapons on the competitive scene, which is a good start. You know, they have the BR, they have the DMR, but again, it looks like it's, well, no, yeah, it looks much better than the Halo Reach version. The Covenant Carbine's back, rockets, sniper. So on a weapons point of view, the competitive side of Halo 4 looks good. Maps I've already said we can't comment on because there's only 3 so far that we've seen. So there's more to come. What was really annoying me about a lot of the community, Halo community, is that very few thick individuals, people who just have no common sense or just don't read or listen to what 343 have written down or said, is that they keep saying that Halo 4 looks terrible and a bad game, doesn't look competitive at all because they've seen one game mode. Yes, that's one. That is the second lowest number in the numerics after 0, unless you want to go into negatives, but they've seen one game mode, and that was Infinity Slayer. Now that is a specific game mode for the things like, well, the spell grenade right there, specific game mode for things like the ordnance drops. Now a lot of people are saying that Halo 4 is never going to be a competitive game because it has stupid things in like perks, ordnance drops, and armor abilities. These people are really retarded, it's unbelievable, okay? Halo Reach had armor abilities in it, and it had Bloom. Those two things alone ruined the competitive scene of Halo. Once they took those things out though, look how awesome Halo Reach became as a competitive game. Don't you think they'll do that in Halo 4? Oh no, wait, yes they will. As soon as the guys at MLG get their hands on Halo 4 and get all the custom abilities, because this is the great thing about Halo games, and this is why it'll always be better than virtually every other first-person shooter, because its customizational abilities, if that's even a word, its customization is so broad that it allows MLG to create their own, practically their own version of the game. You know, they can do all custom settings, you know, they can decide rules and maps and everything. So it just allows them to create like their own version of Halo, which is perfect. And that's exactly what the MLG guys will do with Halo 4. The whole point of the ordnance drops and the armor abilities and the perks, they're all just there for the fun side of Halo. They're just there for the people to enjoy it and have a good time playing the game. If you want to play the competitive side, I'm damn sure that MLG will make the MLG playlist again, where they will take out all the armor abilities, all the perks, there won't be ordnance drops, because again, stupid retarded people aren't listening or aren't reading what 343 are saying or writing down. Ordnance drops are only specific to Infinity Slayer only, as far as we know, but I'm pretty sure that is the only playlist they're specific to. So people should stop moaning, and for one thing, they should stop saying they're kill streaks like Call of Duty, because they're fucking not, let's face it. Kill streaks did all the work for you in Call of Duty. Jesus Christ, do you remember the Harrier in Modern Warfare 2? That thing was a god plane. You could get that thing out and it would get you from the 7 kills you were on to chopper gun it in 30 seconds or less. I know, because that was my setup. So people need to stop saying that the kill streaks on Call of Duty are what Halo 4 is stealing from it in the form of ordnance drops, because it's a load of grade A bullshit. But they will take, the MLG guys will take all that out and then make their own playlist called the MLG playlist, and it will be their own set of rules, and I'm pretty sure you'll see, again with the loadouts as well, that'll all be set loadouts and everything, and Halo 4 will have its competitive level. It's not hard. Halo Reach sucked at the start, and then once they got their hands on it and fine-tuned it in tweaks, it went back to awesomeness, and the last MLG event was fucking fantastic. This is why people need to stop worrying. Halo 4 will have a competitive scene, and it will come earlier in Halo 4 as opposed to Reach, because Bungie fucked Reach up big style, because I think they just totally forgot about the whole competitive scene. Well, this year 343 has already said they're making Halo 4 with competitive in mind. They've already had MLG pros to play it, so they will give their view on it and probably highlight changes that need to be made. So that's really just my opinion, guys. I think Halo 4 will work extremely well on the competitive level. I think that people need to stop worrying about all the, let's call them gimmicks or added features, let's call them actually, in Halo 4, because all of those features that aren't necessarily seen as competitive tools or features will be removed by MLG, and they will customize their own playlist which is catered just for competitive play. You'll still have your fun side of Halo, but then they will make that competitive playlist again that we all know and love. So for me, I think Halo 4 is going to be, I am hoping, obviously this is only from what I believe, but I do hope that Halo 4 will be competitive straight out of the box, unlike Reach where we need constant updates and patches and tweaks and fixes. Hopefully Halo 4 will come competitive straight out of the box. Basically all we're really waiting on now is confirmation of playlists, again a ranking system hopefully, and the maps, because weapon wise it's competitive covered, because most of the weapons that were competitive in Halo 3 and 2 are in 4 as well. So let me know what you think, guys. Pretty much comes to the end of the video now. So do you think Halo 4 will be competitive? You know, do you think it has the potential to become a competitive game? Do you think, you know, it will be competitive right out the box, or do you think it will need tweaks and changes up the line to eventually unleash its competitive beast within it? So that's all I want to know. I do think Halo 4 is going to succeed on the competitive scene. I think it's going to be another big highlight back in MLG. Anyway, guys, just let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing and liking. I'll see you in another video.